The internet is filled with unsettling clips that people can't explain. Strange behavior.
Look at his eyes. You see the reptile eyes right there?
Eerie glitches and bizarre appearances have all left viewers disturbed and questioning what's real.
Everything that we do, the babies we eat.
So hang on, because these are some of the most terrifying videos that creeped people out.
We're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded.
Do we put some celebrities on a pedestal and call their success only hard work? I doubt it. And this video is one of the reasons why. Look at Cynthia Erivo at a recent public event when she was performing. Everything seemed normal at first, but if you focus on her fingers, tell me, do those look like normal human fingers? The extremely long size, almost like reptilian or demonic fingers. And not only one time, but people noticed it at several times. These scary fingers suggest darker forces similar to those of Illuminati are behind their rise. And you all know the reason.
Into your hands, Father, I commend my spirit.
Reptilian eye.
Look at his eyes. You see the reptile eyes right there?
During a tournament, LeBron James was talking to a reporter, and everything looked normal until his eyes did something unusual. For a split second on live TV, his eye color seemed to change, then immediately switched back. But because it was live, a lot of viewers noticed right away. And after that, some people started saying wild things that he might be a shapeshifter, or even reptilian. Young member exposing. We've already seen top congressional leaders give reptilian signs, but now even their upcoming young members seem involved. Take this one guy at a media briefing. He looked uneasy and unfocused at first, so it didn't make sense. Then, for a split second, a glimpse changed everything. His eyes suddenly grew unusually large. That flash lasted only a second, but those eyes weren't normal human eyes. I can't say he was reptilian for sure, but he didn't look like an ordinary person either. Hyper-realistic mask. A TikTok user shared a clip in which a person wearing a hyper-realistic mask warned viewers. Nothing around us is guaranteed to be real. If an ordinary person can disguise themselves perfectly, imagine what the world's most powerful people can do. We have no way of knowing when they're actually present, or when it's just a clone standing in their place. The line between reality and illusion has never felt so thin. Mysterious guy. An unknown user shared a strange video on TikTok. In it, a man's left hand looked flipped, like a mirror image of his right hand. Yet it worked perfectly, and he even opened a bottle to prove it. No one knows who he was. Online viewers had mixed opinions. Some believed it was just a trick or magic. Others insisted he wasn't truly human, only using a human body. That second thought feels more possible, because honestly, how else could something so unusual be real? Glowing eyes. Sometimes, strange people are around us without us even realizing it. Just like during a UFC match, when the crowd was fully focused on the fight, a woman in the audience suddenly caught attention. Her eyes began to glow in a way that felt completely unnatural, almost as if something else had taken over her body. Who she really was, or what was happening with her, no one could explain. And to this day, it remains a mystery. IShowSpeed glitchy eye. IShowSpeed, one of the most loved creators, appeared in a Sidemen YouTube show last year. Everything seemed normal at first, but then his eye color suddenly shifted to gray, as if some energy had entered his eyes, especially the right one. People believe this was one of those moments when the curtain of reality slips, though skeptics disagree. Regardless, it remains one of the clearest pieces of evidence that reptiles live among us.
I should have watched the 20v1 video. I know it.
Real vampire. Alexander Ward, often famous for his vampire roles, gives a whole new feeling when you watch an old interview of his. It seems these roles might not be just acting. During the interview, his voice, his smile, and then suddenly, the color of his eyes changed. It wasn't natural at all. On movie sets, such changes make sense as part of the character, but seeing it happen live during an interview makes it clear that something darker might be behind it.
I may be unpleasant looking on the outside, but you're ugly on the inside.
Reptilian confession. Nancy Pelosi, in her recent interviews and media talks, admitted that she is reptilian.
No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian, cold-blooded, and go in to win the election.
I am shocked how the anchors never took this seriously. A powerful and senior politician repeatedly calling herself reptilian. Maybe the actual forces behind her want to openly reveal themselves. And even if they are behind what triggers me, is why aren't we noticing it? This is something that shouldn't be ignored. Perhaps in the future, we will come across more people who openly admit to the same.
We're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win.
Strange reporter. On June 19th, in the White House press briefing room, reporter Molly Martinez appeared on live camera. During the broadcast, her eyes briefly seemed to shift in a strange way, giving her an unusual appearance. Not only her eyes, but her eerie smile also appeared for a few seconds. The bright briefing room lights and the live cameras made the moment very noticeable. And all of this happened in the White House, so it's surely not a coincidence. Eerie concert. Rammstein, the famous German band, was performing a concert that carried an eerie energy. Lead singer Till Lindemann looked different, as if charged with something unusual. Then cameras captured his eye, and it appeared reptilian. This wasn't a contact lens. The shape itself changed. It grew bigger, grayish, and reptilian-like before returning to normal. Now I think the fastest route to fame and success is to join the Reptilian Society. Michael Jackson encounter. Let's head to Paris, where a group of friends were recording a vlog when they spotted someone who shook them to their cores. It was Michael Jackson they spotted on the streets. Yes, on the roadside there was a man wearing a mask, walking with two guards. When the friends recognized him, the guards quickly chased them away. They truly believed it was Michael, because if it wasn't him, why would the guards react like that?
T'as pas chaud, t'es fan, c'est tout.
Mais c'est qui ça?
Ah, mais il y a Michael Jackson.
Non, il est mort, lui. Non,
mais non, regarde, mais c'est lui. Viens.
Russian acknowledgement. Have reptilian powers been officially acknowledged in Russia? A leaked picture from inside Russia's parliament has caused a stir. A dark humanoid figure with a frightening reptilian head can be seen present during the session. And what's more shocking is how normal it seemed for those around. Reportedly, this session was meant to be kept secret, but somehow the picture slipped out. If reptilian powers are being openly acknowledged there, it makes you wonder how long before the same thing happens inside our own parliaments. Reptilian star. Not just the politicians, our celebrities are also becoming part of these reptilian beings. Take that Britney Spears interview. Everything looked normal, but have a look at her eyes. The typical reptilian eyeball could be seen for a second. It was only a glimpse, but I guess these things can't stay secret for long. Somehow they show themselves one way or another. Jim Carrey confession.
You got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I
Was that
didn't
an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening.
At New York Fashion Week 2017, Jim Carrey gave one of the strangest red carpet interviews people had seen from him. Instead of joking around like he usually does, he walked in circles around the reporter, smiling oddly, and spoke in a detached way.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
For a star of his level to say all this means he surely knows there's much more going on. What we see isn't the full reality, and the truth might be very different. Reptilian revealed. A video shared online by an unknown source has puzzled the viewers. It starts with what looks like a normal man. What appeared to be his hands were actually gloves, which he then removed, revealing reptilian hands underneath. But it doesn't stop there. The man then removes what appeared to be a normal human face was actually a mask, and underneath is a full reptilian head. People who watched the clip were stunned and kept asking the same question: who around us is real? And who is reptilian? Wendy Williams. This video of Wendy Williams acting a bit strange caught people's attention, and you'll know why. When the paparazzi tried to talk to her, she began to behave eerily. Her appearance and expressions felt off, like something isn't right.
Let's see it, Wendy, let's see it.
Gigantic ring.
Ooh, it's so beautiful. What you gotta say for the camera?
He's out getting stuff. I'm waiting for him to come back.
Recently, when she spoke with reporters, her facial expressions and eyes looked unsettling. Even at one moment, it felt like she didn't know what she was saying. People watching had mixed reactions. Some believed her mental health isn't stable, and that explains the odd behavior. Others thought something much darker might be controlling her. Magical cloth. This woman is holding a cloth that feels more magical than technological. When she holds it up in front of her, she seems to vanish, but the view behind her stays perfectly clear, like both the cloth and the woman have disappeared even though they're still there. I don't know what gadget or tech this could be, but with how fast China is progressing in every field is mind-blowing. Olympics mystery. A video surfaced on social sites from an unknown source that left everyone puzzled. It showed footage from the London Olympics 2012, where, among thousands of people, a strange humanoid figure stood out a dark, scary body that looked otherworldly. The odd thing was how calmly it blended into the crowd. Nobody seemed to notice at the time. Maybe it had taken on a human form and walked among people unnoticed, and only the camera managed to catch it clearly. Online users who saw the clip believed the figure was reptilian, exposed at last. Kamala reptilian sign. Reptilian necks are different from normal humans, and by looking at Kamala here, you can get an idea. Yes, you heard me right. During the election campaign, this footage appeared online, where she looked a bit nervous. While her reasons for being nervous aren't clear, she definitely made people uncomfortable by her appearance, and the shape of her neck clearly didn't look normal. It seemed like something inside her was trying to show itself, but she was controlling it. But not anymore, because cameras have made it clear that she is not one of us. Controversial speech. Barbara Marx Hubbard was a successful futurist, writer, and visionary speaker. But recently, one of her old speeches went viral on social sites and left many people puzzled. In that clip, she casually talked about eating something nobody should, a line that did not seem normal at all.
By everything that we do, the babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight.
Some people felt she had accidentally confessed something at that moment. Others jumped to darker ideas, believing she might have been part of a secret satanic group, because after all, this just couldn't be a simple slip of words. Creepy mannequin. This video was posted at the height of Balenciaga's mannequin controversy, which was being observed globally. A man uploaded a clip showing one display figure that appeared to shift its eyes. He insisted that, although in the footage the gaze seemed fixed and angled downward, it would sometimes follow customers around the shop. This recording, together with several other eerie videos of store figures subtly moving, has left people wondering about the unknown world.
We're gonna go here now. If you look at this, not a doll, mannequin, she is looking down. She's definitely looking down. In the pictures that we took, she's looking right at me.
Mysterious woman. So this happened at Walmart in Texas, where a woman suddenly looked like she was getting disturbed. Her jaw went strange, and things fell off right away. Then the worst part, her right eye instantly grew huge, like it swelled up in a second. People nearby freaked out and backed away. No one knew what was happening. Staff eventually escorted her out because everyone was scared and confused. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. Eerie glitch. Last year, Nicki Minaj was in an interview and everything seemed normal at first. Then suddenly something happened that left everyone puzzled. Nicki began acting strangely, like a robot having a malfunction. Her movements were off, and she seemed disconnected from what she was doing. The host looked visibly confused, unsure how to react. After a short while, she returned to normal, but the moment left a question hanging in the air. Was that really Nicki? Or was it some kind of malfunctioning robot?
You alright?
Huh?
You okay?
Strange guard. In Moscow, during a summit where major world leaders were present, something strange was noticed. As President Putin and the Chinese president arrived for their meeting, one of the guards nearby looked unusual. His legs were curved backward, and his expression didn't look normal, almost like he was lost or not fully himself. For such a high-profile delegation, having someone like that there seems very odd. Maybe he wasn't even human, and if not, it wouldn't really be surprising. Dark truth. Could the royal family have a link to the Reptilians? Watch this. If not all, then at least Prince Williams have to be one of those. And no, it's not me saying it, but the multiple clips prove it. Take this interview, for instance, where his eyes could be seen glitching in front of the camera, and the second time people noticed it in a video of him interacting with audience. His face was strangely odd, and it looked like he was trying to gulp something, or maybe hide his reality from the eyes of the world. But for those who watch it, these signs point to only one thing: reptilian behavior. And now this might be one of the darkest secrets of the family, a hidden truth about what they really are. Thanking Satan.
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
When Christian Bale said thanks to Satan at the Golden Globes in 2019, everyone in the room laughed it off like a harmless joke. But come on, that's not just a joke. To openly thank Satan on one of the biggest stages in Hollywood doesn't feel random at all. Many believe there's a demand from those who give their soul to him. They have to acknowledge it publicly, so others are drawn toward the same path. And if you look around, it seems to be working, because every year more and more stars lean into this darkness. Solding soul.
He said, you'll go down in history. Now, Bernie won't go down in history. You know why? Because he made a deal with the devil. Had Bernie not made that deal...
During the 2016 election rallies, Donald Trump repeatedly claimed that Bernie Sanders had made a deal with the devil and labeled Hillary Clinton as one. His words left many questioning what was really going on behind the scenes. Could there have been secret deals, hidden powers, or shadowy forces influencing their moves? Followers and viewers began speculating wildly, wondering if these statements were more than just political attacks. Maybe there's a deeper network of control, shaping the choices of even the most powerful politicians.
He would have just not done anything. Just go home, go to sleep, relax. He would have been a hero. But he made a deal with the devil. She's the devil. He made a deal.
Joe Biden mystery.
You have to right the market a little bit here. And the market is that if you have all of the tax breaks, essentially all the tax breaks, all of the benefits flowing to the top 1/10 of 1%, there's never been as great a concentration of wealth, including going back to the Great Depression.
Joe Biden was one of those presidents who showed unusual behavior on camera many times. When I researched this, I found out that it wasn't new. If you watch closely at media talks and public events, his neck often looked strange, not normal, the way I mentioned before. It felt like something inside wanted to show itself, but he kept it under control just like a reptilian. Funny thing, even The Simpsons hinted years earlier that our powerful leaders might actually be reptilian, which makes the pattern feel even weirder.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidate. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles.
These moments didn't look like simple slips. They felt like signs you couldn't just ignore.
Finland and Sweden to join our alliance.
human-like robots.
Today, these guys, robots, quote unquote, dressed up in Padres jerseys, roamed around Petco Park greeting the players and fans. Robots.
That's a little creepy.
Yeah, I mean, they had the job. I mean, they got the gear in the back of the head too, so, yeah.
So this one happened right in San Diego at Petco Park during the Padres batting practice. Players were warming up when suddenly a group of guests joined them. Not fans, not staff, but robots. These bots were dressed up in Padres jerseys, strolling around the field like they belonged there. The crazy part? They looked so real. From a distance, you'd think they were just people in masks. And here's the thing. If robots can already blend in like this, then someday we might not even know who's real and who's not. Secret security.
4 years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable. That belief has guided my actions as president.
Back in 2012, during a speech at an event, former President Barack Obama was surrounded by his usual security detail. But one officer didn't look normal at all. His head, ears, and face appeared strange, almost like a reptilian figure in disguise. He clearly looked different from the others, standing out in a way that made people stare. Having someone like that so close to the president raised serious questions. Why would such a figure be placed in charge of protecting a world leader? One thing felt clear. Powerful leaders always seem to have hidden ties to reptilian societies. Reptilian signs. After Obama, Hillary Clinton had a strange security officer too, and you had to watch closely. When Hillary was talking with reporters, that guard's eerie smile and weird expression were obvious, totally different. Like at that moment, he didn't even have full control over himself. Even during Hillary's presidential campaign, she showed small signs that looked reptilian. One weird bit, when she reached for water on stage, she only pretended to drink, because reptilians don't actually drink water, so she faked it. Unreal Elon. Before the clashes between Trump and Elon Musk, both were in the Oval Office, but something felt off. Elon's behavior was unusual, almost like a robot. His expressions, the way he listened and responded, everything seemed mechanical. Now, even if the world's richest man had a clone robot, it wouldn't be too surprising. And that day, it's possible that it wasn't the real Elon at all, but a clone. Mysterious Spectator. During a basketball match in Indonesia, everyone in the crowd was enjoying the game, except for one older woman who looked completely out of place. Her face showed no excitement or interest in the game, and she didn't look normal at all. Her eyes were dark, and it felt like someone else was inside her body. The sight left people uneasy, wondering what was really going on. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Marina statue. Let's head to Mexico, where a museum has a statue of Maria Sabina, the famous Mexican healer and shaman. When a tourist came to see it, the statue's head suddenly tilted slightly, and you could clearly see it move, almost as if it were alive. The tourist was shocked and observed it for a long time, but nothing else happened after that. Maria Sabina was known for her deep connection to the spiritual world, so who knows? Maybe her spirit was visiting through the statue that day. Mysterious reptilian. Another reptilian sighting was caught on a security camera, this time in Brazil. Two reptilian figures were casually walking down the streets in human-like appearances. At first glance, they seemed normal, but their ears, noses, and eyes clearly weren't like a regular human's. What exactly they were doing there is unknown, but after that moment, they were never seen again. Putin double. When Putin showed up in Alaska, something about his appearance instantly set the internet on fire. At first, everything looked normal as he appeared for the summit, but then people noticed strange details. His height seemed a little off, his gestures didn't match, and even his expressions felt unusual. Suddenly, whispers of a body double spread everywhere. Was this really Putin himself, or someone carefully trained to act like him? The mystery keeps growing, and the questions aren't slowing down. Clone Elon. Elon Musk shows up at public events, but some say what we see isn't really him at all. The way he moves, reacts, and even scans his surroundings often feels robotic. It has happened before, but this time it looked different, smoother, more realistic, almost impossible to tell apart from the real Elon. That's where the theory begins. Maybe Musk doesn't enjoy public events anymore and simply sends his clones instead. If that's true, the doubles are working almost perfectly. Biden's strange behavior. Back in 2021, Joe Biden and his team went to a United Nations session, but there, Biden did something that shocked everyone. Suddenly, in front of the media, he took a sip of water and then gave a strange clapping gesture. It was totally weird because nothing was happening that needed clapping. A US president doing such a gesture looked as if he wasn't in his senses. Either he was being controlled, or maybe that wasn't the real Biden. Froze senator. Congress senators were addressing the press, but among them, one woman senator looked completely off. She kept staring into the camera with a serious face, not even blinking once, while casual conversations carried on around her. She didn't even seem real, as if it was someone else entirely in her body. The moment looked strange, especially since this senator is not known to act this way. Wendy Williams. Back in 2017, Wendy Williams was doing her Halloween special show when something unusual happened. In the middle of the show, her facial expression suddenly changed. She looked fully scared, and then she just passed out.
It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress.
Everyone on set was worried, and later it was said to be dehydration.
It was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume and I did pass out. But you know what? I'm a champ and I'm back.
But online users still believe the expressions she made were terrifying, almost like she was being controlled. Till today, Wendy avoids talking about that incident. Mysterious secret agent. Earlier this year, during Trump's inauguration parade, one Secret Service agent standing beside him created a huge buzz online. People first noticed his arm, which stayed completely still the whole time, as if it wasn't real, more like it was just for show. Combined with his expression and overall look, many thought he seemed reptilian, or even robotic. One thing is clear, something about him didn't feel normal at all. Creepy stare. During a Senate hearing, Chuck Grassley was testifying when a man behind him caught everyone's attention. He stared continuously, without blinking, as if his eyes were fixed on Grassley for some unknown reason. The way he acted didn't feel human, too intense, too unnatural. Some speculated he might be something other than human in disguise. Till now, no one knows who he really was or what his intentions were. Reptilian General. Now, the video I'm about to show you, I'm sure you've never seen anything like it before. Back in 2010, General David Petraeus, the former CIA director, was called to the Senate and asked to sign some documents. But while signing, some say his shape began to change. It's not entirely clear, but from a certain camera angle, you can see something definitely shift, almost like he was transforming into a reptilian. The theory goes that our government is hiding real reptilian shapeshifters among us, secretly controlling things behind the scenes.
And the best way to... Oh my God. Oh. Yeah. We're going to recess now for a few moments. We'll recess till the call of the chair.
Anchor glitch. Something strange happened on CNN during the presidential election coverage. One of the news anchors suddenly rolled their eyes, as if they had seen something completely unseen, totally shocked, even though nothing unusual was happening on set. Many viewers watching thought maybe someone else was inside their body. The reality, however, was never revealed, leaving the moment mysterious and unsettling for everyone who saw it. Model malfunctioning. Viewers couldn't believe their eyes when, at a Russian live show, a model's blinking went completely out of control. Not once or twice, but rapidly, at full speed, it looked exactly like a robot malfunctioning. This happened near the end of the show, which ended abruptly. By the close, viewers were left with a chilling thought. Human clones might actually exist, and were completely unaware of them. Demonic feat. A tourist in Romania boarded a local bus, but soon noticed something unsettling. Among the passengers sat a man whose feet looked nothing like normal. They were dark, rough, and strangely oversized, almost like something from a nightmare. What made it even stranger was the man sitting casually, as though nothing was wrong. The tourist wondered if he was seeing a demon, a shapeshifter, or something else entirely. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Stephanie, a TikToker, was live when something caught everyone's attention. Her eyes suddenly changed, even if only for a second. It looked completely unnatural. Lately, her views and followers had been skyrocketing in a way that surprised everyone. After seeing this, many began to speculate. Maybe she didn't sell her soul to Satan, but to the Reptilians instead.